Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and Apple released new AirPods firmware updates version 7E99 and 7E93. They're available for the AirPods Pro 2 with both Lightning or USB-C, as well as AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation. Unfortunately, they're not available for AirPods 4 without active noise cancellation just yet. There's also an update for AirPods Max with USB-C, but not for the Lightning version. You can see the current versions here on Apple's firmware update page for AirPods, and the version here for AirPods Max with Lightning is still the older version, where AirPods Max with USB-C is 7E99. Also, AirPods Pro 2 with MagSafe charging case, both USB-C and Lightning, are 7E93, and AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation is 7E93 as well. So some odd numbering here. I would like to see them bring these all consistently together. And also, one other thing you may have already noticed is it says to update your AirPods Max USB-C, you will need iOS or iPadOS 18.4 or later, or macOS Sequoia 15.4 or later. So just keep that in mind. In order to get those new features, you'll need that as well. Many people asked me what was new in these versions, were telling me there were AirPods updates out, so I thought I'd just go over this, test it out for a day, and see what's new. Now, in order to check the firmware update you're currently on, all you need to do is open your AirPods next to your phone, iPad, or you can check it on Mac as well. You'll see the latest versions here, and it's getting a little confused since there's a couple different ones. That's an odd glitch there. But if we go into USB-C, scroll to the bottom, you'll see that I'm already on the latest version of 7E93. If we go into this, you can see the case version here. This updates as well to 7.4.5.0. Let me know if that matches yours as well. The same is true for AirPods 4 with active noise cancellation. If we open these up, you can see these are updated already as well. So we can go into that, again, scroll to the bottom, and it's on 7E93. They've already updated on their own, but if you're not seeing the update, it hasn't updated already, all you really need to do is connect them like I just did, set them next to your phone, lock your phone, and walk away. Typically, they'll update on their own. If they're not updating, one way I find that seems to work pretty well is you could plug them into a Mac directly. That sometimes works. And other ways is just place them in your ears. So place your AirPods in your ear and then go ahead and listen to some music. Maybe make a phone call for about 30 seconds. When you're done with that, go ahead and place them back in the case and then try again. That usually results in them charging. Also make sure they're charged to about 50% or more, and that usually will take care of it as well. If you don't care that they're updated, just set them nearby after using them and they'll update on their own in time. As far as what's new with the AirPods Max with USB-C, well, Apple announced this a week or so ago. You can see it here on Apple's release notes, and it says version 7E99. When used with an iPhone, iPad, or Mac running iOS 18.4, iPadOS 18.4, macOS Sequoia 15.4 or later, AirPods Max with USB-C and firmware update 7E99 enable lossless audio and ultra-low latency audio for the ultimate listening experience, and even greater performance for music production, content creation, and gaming. So this is something that's available now. Unfortunately, even though we have basically the same chipset, we don't get those features on AirPods Max with Lightning. And that's what these are. I wasn't about to run out just for a different cable, and now we're getting different features for it. So that's a bit disappointing for $500 plus headphones. So let me know if you've actually picked up the USB-C version and you've installed this and you think it's worth it or not. As far as 7E93, well, Apple hasn't really updated the notes much, just saying it has bug fixes and other improvements. However, I did notice a couple different changes, mostly to how it works overall, and I haven't had any disconnects whatsoever. Other than that odd glitching you just saw where it was switching back and forth, I've had the AirPods Pro using them regularly to test them out, and they've been working great. I've had no disconnects since installing this update, and also head gestures seem to be working great, and noise cancellation is the same for me. One thing I wanted to point out, though, is some people say that it's worse, but I find that's typical because they have conversational awareness enabled. So with the AirPods in, let me go ahead and press play here. They'll connect. And you'll see if I press on my AirPods options in the control center, conversational awareness is off. When this is off, I find that noise control is much, much better for noise cancellation. If this is enabled, I find that it seems to be worse or sometimes turns on and off, and I find that very annoying unless I'm around a lot of people and need to use it. So just make sure that's off if you want to use noise cancellation. Also, adaptive does not seem to work very well for me for that, so make sure if you want specifically noise cancellation, you have that turned on for noise control. So overall, it seems to work really well. I tested it yesterday after updating it, and I didn't really notice any difference as far as the quality, but it does a good job overall. Device switching seems to be working well also. So if I play here, let me go ahead and connect them again. So I'll go ahead and play a song here. They're playing in my ears. Now, if I go over to a Mac, I can switch over to that. So let me do that quickly. They've connected already. You'll see it's moved to a Mac. And then if I go ahead and press play here, they've switched back already. It works nice and fast. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And overall, it seems to be pretty good and consistent overall. No real issues. As far as sound quality, I did test them out. It seems the same, no real issues there. And like I said, everything else seems to be the same. They're working as expected, so that makes me think they just fixed some issues that were causing connectivity issues or odd bugs. Other than that, though, I think Apple needs to be much better with release notes. I've mentioned this before, where if it just says bug fixes and other improvements, let us know specifically what you fixed so that maybe we can provide feedback and let you know that it's not working properly for everyone or you did fix the issue. I think that would be great and valuable to Apple. Also, I think Apple needs to now provide an AirPods app. Some people have thought that was a goofy idea in the past. However, we have a Watch app, an Apple Vision Pro app now with different things that are new. Also, the Vision Pro, you can go into it and see tips. So I see no reason we couldn't have maybe an AirPods app so we could see the current status, updates, maybe new changes for it, hearing aid support, and much more. And also I wanted to mention hearing aid support is rolling out in other places around the world. Apple does have to work with your local government though to enable that, so the hearing test and hearing aid support hopefully will be available in more areas soon, and you can see those in your settings here. So we'll go back. Give it a second here. It's kind of laggy sometimes with the AirPods. Now it's frozen up on 18.4. So let me close out and show you in real time what my experience is like. There we go. It's fine. Now take a hearing test, and those things should be available hopefully in more places around the world. So other than that, that's really all there is. I just would love to see an app here similar to what we have with different updates and more. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And of course, I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.